Hello, good day. How are you today? I hope you're good. Okay, so are we ready for today's lesson? Okay, so today in agricultural science, we are going to be learning about farm records. Okay, so our topic in agricultural science today is on farm records. Firstly, we are going to know the meaning of farm records. Farm records are like a diary for a farm, where you write down important information about what happens on the farm. This helps farmers keep track of everything they do and how well the farm is doing. Farm records help farmers make better decisions about how they are to manage their farm. By looking at the records, they can see what's working well and what needs to be improved. It's like a roadmap for successful farming, helping farmers to be more organized and efficient. We have different types of farm records. So we are going to be looking at the different types of farm records. Okay? One, we have crop records. These records document details about the different crops grown on the farm, including the type of crop, when it was planted, when it was harvested, and the yield, how much was produced. Livestock records. These records focus on the animals on the farm. They include information about the number of animals, their health, births, and any sales or purchases of animals. Expense records. These records keep track of all the money spent on the farm. This includes expenses for seed, fertilizers, animal feed, equipment, and other inputs. Income records. These records track the money and earned from selling the money that is earned from selling crops, animals, or other farm products. Weather and condition records. Information about weather conditions such as rainfall and temperature, as well as how these conditions affect the farm. For example, recording droughts or floods. So the crop records is about the detail of the different crops grown in the farm, the types of crops, when it was planted, when it was harvested, how much fruit they bear. Then the livestock record is about the animals on the farm, the number of animals, their health, births, and any sales of the animals. Expense record. It keeps track of all the money that is spent on the farm, the seeds that are bought, the fertilizers, the animal feed, the equipment. Then income records. It keeps track of the money earned from selling the crops, animals, and other farm products. Weather and condition records. It's about the condition, how these conditions affect the farm. Okay? Labor records. Keeping track of who works on the farm and what tasks they perform. This includes both family members and hired help. Pest and disease records. Recording any problems with pests and diseases affecting crops or animals. Equipment and maintenance record. Details about the farm machinery and tools, including when they are purchased, maintenance schedules, and any repairs or replacements. Goals and plans. Setting goals for the farm, such as increasing crop yields or expanding the livestock herd, and outlining plans to achieve these goals. So these are types of farm record: the labor records, pest and disease records, equipment and maintenance records, goals and plans. So all these we mentioned are types of farm record. Now let's look at the uses of farm records. Okay? Uses of farm records. 1. We have planning. Farm records help farmers plan their activities. They can look at the past records to decide what crops to plant, how many animals to raise, and when to do these tasks. So farm records is used for planning. Okay? 2. We have budgeting. Farmers can use records to create budgets. They can see how much money they spent and earned in the past to estimate future expenses and incomes. Making informed decisions. Records help farmers make smart choices. For example, if they see that a particular crop is not doing well, they can decide to try something else. 4. Maximizing yields. By keeping track of crop and animal records, farmers can learn what works best for their farm. They can adjust their methods to increase the yield, the amount of crops or products produced. Managing resources. Records help farmers use their resources wisely. They can see where they are spending too much and where they need to invest more. So all these are uses of farm records. Okay? Predicting trends. Over time, records can show trends in farms' performance. For example, they can see if the yields are increasing or decreasing. Monitoring health. Livestock records can help farmers keep track of the health of their animals. If they notice a lot of sickness or low birth rate, they can take action to improve the animal's well-being. Compliance and reporting. In some cases, farmers need to show records to authorities, to lenders to improve that they are following regulations or to secure loans. Success evaluation. Records allow farmers to measure their success. They can see if they are achieving their goals and making profits. Legal protection. Keeping records can also protect farmers in case of disputes or legal issues. They can provide evidence of their activities and financial transactions. Okay? How to create farm records. How do we create farm records? Gather the necessary supply first. You get a notebook or a special farm record book. You can also use a computer or a tablet if you prefer digital records. Okay? Label your record book. You write farm records on the cover or the front page. Divide your record book into sections. Create sections for different types of records, such as crop records, livestock records, expense records, income records, and others. Record basic information. At the beginning of each section, record important details like your farm's name, location, and the date you started keeping records. Okay, these are how to create farm record. Start with a calendar. Use a calendar to note important dates like planting and harvest dates for crops or birth dates for animals. Okay, crop records. In the crop record section, write down the names of the crops you planted or you're planting. Record when you planted each crop and how much you planted. Then you note the date you harvest each crop and how much you harvested. Okay? Keep track of any problems with the crops, like pests or diseases. Livestock records. In the livestock record section, list the types of animals you have, such as cows, chickens, or pigs. Record how many of each type you have and their birth dates. Note any illness, births, or deaths among the animals. Okay? Remember, we are talking about how to create farm records. All these we just mentioned are steps of creating farm records. Okay? Expense records. In the expense record section, write down all the money you spend on the farm. Record expenses for things like seeds, fertilizers, animal feed, and equipment. Include the date and the amount spent for each expenses. Income records. In the income record section, list the different ways you make money from your farm. Record the date and the amount of money earned from selling crops, animals, or other products. Weather and condition record. Create a section to record weather information like rainfall and temperature. Note how the weather affects your farm, such as droughts or floods. Okay? Labor records. Write down who works on the farm and what tasks they do. Include the dates when they worked. Pest and disease record. Record any problems with pests or diseases that affect your crops or animals, including the types of pests or diseases and the date it's discovered. Equipment and maintenance record. List the farm equipment and tools you have. Record when they were purchased and when they are serviced or repaired. Goals and plans. In the goals and plans section, set goals for your farm, like increasing crop yield or improving animal health. Write down plans to achieve these goals. Okay? Then regularly update your record. Make it a habit to update your records regularly, such as at the end of each day or week. Okay, so this is how you create farm records. Do we understand that? Remember, our topic is on farm records and we have learned so much, right? So we move over to our assignments. I'm sure we'll be able to do our assignment because our assignment is based on what we have learned in today's video. Okay, good.